Alright, you guys, I'm back to talk about Rocky 4. And Rocky 4 is written, directed, and starring Sylvester Stallone yet again. And the plot of Rocky 4, and at this point of the story, we see Rocky and Apollo. They're retired. They're done with fighting. And they're the closest they've ever been in this movie. Well, something comes along, or should I say someone, by the name of Ivan Drago from Russia, and he wants to fight, not Rocky, he wants to fight Apollo Creed. So he wants to fight Apollo Creed as like this big, huge exhibition match, and Apollo's like, alright, I'm going to go for it, and then Rocky's like, don't you think we're getting a little too old for this, Apollo? And, there's something, Apollo just needs to prove himself yet again. I mean, he's really not trying to convince anybody else, really. I mean, there are a couple people that, sure, maybe you can argue he's trying to convince, but mainly he's trying to convince himself that he can still do it. So he gets in the ring with Ivan Drago, and spoiler alert, Apollo Creed dies in the ring. Ivan Drago beats him to a fucking pulp, literally. Well, not literally, he's not literally a pulp, but he kills him in the ring. And because of this, Rocky feels like, I need to avenge my best friend, which you could argue, well, wait a minute, isn't Paulie your best friend? But anyway, he's like, I need to avenge Apollo Creed. So let's take the fight to Russia. I'm going to get in the ring with Drago, and let's do this shit. And that's the plot of Rocky 4. Now, what I think of Rocky 4 is, it's awesome. There are a couple problems with this one, but it's still one of the best of the franchise, for sure. In my opinion, I like 4 a little bit more than Rocky 3. I know. I love Rocky 3, but I think I like 4 just a little bit more. And this is a hour and a half montage with 80s music and Rocky montages. That's pretty much what it is, but it's fun, and I like that kind of stuff, and I think it fits well for the movie. My favorite part in this movie, by far, is Apollo Creed's entrance when he's fighting Ivan Drago, and you got James Brown singing "Living in America," and he's wearing his American shorts that he wore, and he's got these boxing gloves. He's doing this Uncle Sam thing, going, "I want you, I want you," and it's awesome. That scene is my favorite scene of the movie. And then, of course, when Rocky's running up the mountain in Russia, going, "Drago, Drago," that part, one of my favorite parts of the movie. And of course, Adrian is, after Apollo dies and Rocky really wants to fight Ivan Drago now, Adrian's like, no, you can't. You saw what he did to Apollo. He's going to do the same to you. And Rocky's like, I know, but I got to do it, Adrian. So, yeah, I really like Rocky 4. I like the development of these characters. I like how, in Rocky 3, you got to see how close they became as friends. In the beginning of Rocky 4, you see how close they are now. And you feel bad for Rocky. You feel bad for the Creed family. And it sucks. And you really want to hate Drago. Drago is one of the best. It's one of the best movie villains ever. If I had to do a top 20 list, he'd definitely be in the top 20. I don't know about top 10 or top 15, but he'd be in the top 20 for sure. Ivan Drago, one of the best movie villains. I love Ivan Drago as a villain. I love the setting in Russia. I love the 80s montages. This movie screams the 80s, by the way. I love the whole James Brown entrance of Apollo Creed. There's just so much that I love about this movie. I know this is a very, very short review, but I gotta crank out a couple other Rocky reviews before, I talk about my next series of reviews, which I'm very excited to review. But yeah, so Rocky 4, I really, really love it a lot. I enjoy it, like I said. I like it better than Rocky 3, personally. But I still, as you guys saw in my review, I love Rocky 3, I love Rocky 4. All that being said, I want to go ahead and give Rocky 4 an A-. I love this movie, I really do. What do you guys think about Rocky 4? Comment your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!